Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today. I've been reflecting on the recent salary review, and honestly, I'm quite disappointed. I've given my best to the company over the past year, working long hours, taking on additional responsibilities, and delivering on every target set. But the salary increment I received doesn't seem to reflect that.
I understand how you're feeling, and I want to assure you that your hard work has not gone unnoticed. You've been an integral part of the team, and we value your contribution greatly. However, there are several factors that we had to consider during this year's salary review process.
I hear what you're saying, but it's hard not to feel undervalued. I've consistently exceeded expectations, taken on additional projects, and even mentored new team members. The amount I received as an increment feels like a mere token, rather than recognition of my efforts.
I can see why you feel that way. The truth is, this year has been particularly challenging for the company. Budget constraints, market conditions, and overall financial performance played a significant role in determining increments. We had to make difficult decisions to ensure the company remains stable.
I understand the company's perspective, but it's frustrating because I've gone above and beyond, even during the tough times. I took on more work when others left, and I didn't complain when my workload doubled. Yet, when it's time for recognition, it feels like my efforts don't count.
Your dedication is truly commendable, and I don't want you to think that it's gone unnoticed. We appreciate the extra effort you've put in. Unfortunately, the increment percentages this year were lower across the board due to the factors I mentioned. It wasn't an easy decision.
But this isn't just about the money, it's about feeling valued. When the increment doesn't reflect the work I've put in, it sends a message that my contribution aren't as important. That's disheartening, especially when I've been so committed to the company's success.
I completely understand that, and I want to stress that this increment decision doesn't define your worth to the company. You're a valuable team member, and we're committed to supporting your growth and development. There might be other ways we can address your concerns.
I appreciate you saying that, but it's hard to shake off the disappointment. I expected that my hard work would translate into something more tangible. I've been loyal to the company, and I was hoping this would be reciprocated in the form of a fair increment.
Your loyalty and hard work are definitely recognized, and we want to ensure you feel valued here. While the increment may not have met your expectations, we are looking at other ways to reward our top performers. Perhaps we can discuss other forms of recognition or even career advancement opportunities.
I'm open to that, but at the end of the day, compensation plays a huge role in feeling valued. Career advancement is important, but so is being paid fairly for the work I do now. It's discouraging to see that my efforts haven't resulted in a fair reflection in my salary.
I agree that compensation is an important aspect of recognition. While the current financial constraints limited what we could do this year, we are actively reviewing our compensation structure to better align it with the contributions of our employees. It's a process, but we're working on it.
It's reassuring to hear that, but it's still tough to accept. I've been patient in dedication, always hoping that my efforts would eventually be acknowledged in a meaningful way. This increment just doesn't feel like it does justice to what I've put in over the last year.
I hear your concerns loud and clear. It's important to me that you feel supported and valued, both now and in the future. While we can't change the past decision, let's explore how we can make the coming months more rewarding for you, whether through professional development, projects that interest you, or other benefits.
I appreciate the gesture, but it's hard to stay motivated when I feel like my contributions are being overlooked. I've always believed in the company's mission and worked towards it wholeheartedly, but it's hard to maintain that enthusiasm when the recognition isn't there.
I understand. Motivation can be hard to sustain when you feel undervalued. That's why it's important for us to work together to find ways to reignite that passion. Let's discuss specific actions we can take to ensure you feel more recognized, both financially and professionally.
I'm willing to work on that, but it's going to take some time to get past the disappointment. I had high hopes for this increment, and I really believed that my hard work would be rewarded accordingly. This outcome just doesn't match the effort I've put in.
I can see that this has been a significant letdown for you, and I'm truly sorry that the increment didn't meet your expectations. It's clear that you've invested a lot into your work, and we want to make sure that investment is appreciated. We'll continue to review your compensation and find ways to make sure you feel valued.
Thank you. I just want to feel that my efforts are worth something, that the late nights and the extra hours mean more than just words of appreciation. It's about being rewarded in a way that reflects the sacrifices I've made.
You're absolutely right. The sacrifices you've made should be acknowledged in a way that feels substantial to you. I can't promise immediate changes, but I can promise that we'll keep this conversation in mind as we plan for future reviews. Your feedback is crucial to helping us make improvements.
I hope so. I've always believed in the potential of this company, and I want to continue being a part of its success. But it's hard to stay motivated when it feels like my contributions are being minimized. I just want to be recognized fairly.
That's completely understandable. We want you to continue being a part of our success, and we know that means ensuring you feel recognized and appreciated. Let's make a plan to revisit this conversation periodically, and discuss any progress we're making in addressing your concerns.
I think that would help. It's good to know that my concerns are being heard, and that there's a plan to address them. But I do hope that when it comes time for the next review, the outcome will be different. I want to feel like my hard work is truly valued.
We'll do our best to ensure that your work is recognized in a way that aligns with your expectations. In the meantime, let's also explore other ways we can support your career goals. Whether it's through new projects, skill development, or leadership opportunities, we want to help you grow here.
I'm open to that. I want to grow within the company, and I'm willing to put in the work. But it's essential that the company also meets me halfway, especially when it comes to compensation. That's a big part of feeling motivated and valued.
Absolutely. Compensation is a key part of the equation, and we recognize that. We're committed to reviewing our processes to make sure they're fair and transparent. I'll also bring your feedback to the leadership team to emphasize the importance of aligning rewards with performance.
That's all I ask for, a fair and transparent process that reflects the work I do. I hope that by the next review, we'll see some changes that address these concerns. I want to stay committed to the company, but I also need to feel that the company is equally committed to me.
Your commitment to the company is clear, and it's something we don't take for granted. We'll work on ensuring that commitment is reciprocated in a meaningful way. I'm glad we had this conversation, and I hope it's the beginning of a positive change.
I hope so too. I want to keep contributing and growing here, but I need to feel like my efforts are truly valued. Thank you for listening and for being open to this discussion. I'll keep doing my best, but I'm also counting on the company to show that my hard work matters.
Thank you for your honesty and for sharing your concerns. We'll take this feedback seriously, and I'm committed to ensuring that your contributions are recognized appropriately in the future. Let's keep the lines of communication open as we work through this together.